aka Coach Nine. I'm here with my guy. Yes, sir.
What's
Yes,
up? What's up?
sir.
What's up? How y'all doing
And
today, man?
super special guest, my nigga Anime Goo. Follow all his socials. They will be down below. But today it's a very special debate because my nigga was popping his shit last week. And he was saying some things that low key threw me off. But I'm gonna give him his time to shine right now. His 15 minutes of fame to stand 10 toes behind his stance and see if he can change my mind. The question was, is Jimbe Yonko level if he's in the water? My stance is no. I forget Trey Dan's stance. I would assume it's also no.
It's it's like he said, if he fighting somebody with a devil fruit, then obviously, right? But even with that one, it's like if I take Whitebeard, right, with just that fruit he got, I'm still not taking Jimbe.
I
If
feel
it's
you. I don't
Whitebeard,
know.
I'm taking Jimbe.
If I'm Jimbe and I'm in the water and I say water heart and then I just start creating, I just spamming tsunamis on niggas. I don't know.
But I'm Whitebeard. I can
I'm
pull.
just
Yeah.
saying. I'm just saying. Why wouldn't he scale the Yonko level?
You said why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. The question is,
Okay.
Yonko level. Not
So
would he
so
beat a Yonko?
Like in the water, I could. Outside the water, I could completely understand what you're saying. In the
mhm.
water, why wouldn't he scale to Yonko level? He moves faster in the water. He's
He does.
stronger in the water. Everything he does gets it gets doubled, if not tripled.
Fair.
And he's
Okay.
already Yonko Commander 1 level. So it's like,
I feel
I
you.
don't know where else do you go if you're not from after Yonko Commander 1 is Yonko level, right? Unless we're saying like he's like fifth emperor level. I don't know how you want to call it.
All right, so this is my stand. This is the first point I'm gonna make. All right. Now, I don't want to when I say these names, I don't want to like make a full comparison or equate these people to like who Jinbei is, because as we know, Jinbei is him. All
No,
right.
I felt like this is where we were going with this anyways. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I
My
already knew
nigga
this was where
Jinbei
we
is
were
the
going.
first son of the sea. I would never get that misconstrued with any other nigga. Right. But there are other fishmen in the show who, given the same enhancements, I'm not putting Yonko
Cap.
level.
Cap.
You said Cap?
Big cap.
Okay, let me ask you this: the nigga from Fishman Island, who I forget his name, he was taking all the steroids. Is he Yonko
Horty
level?
Jones. Horty Jones, yeah.
Cody Jones?
Let's see, that's the thing. Luffy debunked him early. He took a hit from Horty Jones and says, yo, your hits are nothing like Jinbei's. Jinbei turned around and said that's because he's relying on fake means of power. So that he's out the conversation from the jump. We don't even go that route. Like
You know what
But he
I'm here
knows
for?
Fishman karate and
I'm
he's
here
in
to
the
take
water.
sword. That's why.
he knows Fishman karate. But look, this is the thing though, right? Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Zoro no diffed Horty Jones in the water before
I was
he
gonna bring
even
that up.
used the drugs, right?
Hmm.
Jinbei at that point, do you think Zoro would have no diffed him in the water at that point? I don't even got Zoro winning in the water against Jinbei at Fishman Island. But that Jimmy,
Do I think Zoro? Oh, is no diffing Jinbei?
he ain't diffing Jinbei at all. That's the problem. No diff, low diff, mid diff, high diff, extreme diff. He's losing. Jinbei in the water will beat Zoro at Fishman Island. At that point in time where we're at in the story, Jinbei takes that.
So
But
what do you think the
Horty,
gap? What do you think the gap in power between Horty Jones and Jinbei when he was on the steroids and they
marginal,
fought?
marginal,
Even with the
marginal.
steroids?
It's the same difference as if you would have gave me like if I would have okay, check this out, right? So this is a weird comparison. Just hear me out.
Okay.
I can make a sandwich at home with 2 loaves of bread. It's a good sandwich. Sandwich is cool. I take my ass Subway and get me a whole motherfucking foot long though, with whatever I want in it. That's the difference in the gap of power. And the reason, this is the everything I want in the sandwich. Better fishman karate, better physical, better strength, better speed, better hockey. Cause Horty ain't show me no hockey. Jinbei's hockeyed out. He got hockey to the point where if I was watching if I'm reading the manga, cool. I'm just like, all right, he got good hockey. If I'm watching the anime and I saw what he just did in the raid Onigashima, I saw Jimbe legit look at people, flare red hockey from his eyes, the same black and red hockey everybody likes to call conquerors. The same black and red hockey flowed from Jimbe, and then all the who's men literally stood still like, whoa. And then who's who literally says, ooh, scary. And if I put that into context, that's the same thing Kizaru said after Luffy uses Conqueror's Hockey for the first time in Marineford. And the exact moment, verbatim, is Jinbei doing the same thing. Nobody fell unconscious, yes, but people stopped dead in their tracks, though.
Right.
People stopped, like,
So,
oh, shoot.
Let me ask you this then. Based off that statement, do you believe Jinbei has Conqueror's Hockey?
Yes, if he doesn't have it now, he will be revealed to get it. Okay. Because we still don't know all of what ties into someone having Conquerors or being revealed to Conquerors.
I think he got Conquerors.
Okay. So that's where us three different. I don't think he has it now. Jimmy's, what is he, 43, 44? I feel like if he don't got it now, he ain't gonna get it.
He may not be as strong as like one of like Luffy or Blackbeard's.
But let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Because the reason why he doesn't have it now is because Oda just hasn't revealed he has it now. Same thing for me. Like, there's a lot of people in question about the whole Conquerors thing. Like Sabo, I think Sabo has Conquerors Hockey. He stood up in front of 5 Gorosei members and kept it pushing. We see Sanji, Frankie, Vegapunk. They stand up in front of one Gorosei and they can't move. My boy Sabo stood up in front of all 5 and was like, "Yo, this is hell for real." I'm just saying. So Oda could reveal things when he wants to. If you read the Ace novel, Jinbei's using, and this is the Ace novel is canon. People say it's not, but it's canon. Oda didn't write it. Oda didn't write it, but he provided manuscripts for it and approved it, stamped it. God blessed it.
Right.
All I'm saying is Jinbei used moves in the fight that he did with Ace. Jinbei then was so impressive in his fight with Ace. I haven't seen Jinbei do nothing like what he did in his fight with Ace yet. Jinbei's toughest fight in the series was against Ace, and that was 2 years ago, gang. I'm just saying, Jinbei, literally, we're seeing things from Jinbei that we just don't. There's a lot of people that think Jinbei's never gonna show us anything. Like, he's as strong as he's got to be, or he's gonna get. No, Jinbei is stronger. He just hasn't had a chance to reveal all of these strengths yet. No one thought Jinbei could push Big Mom off a boat, the Yonko type shit. No one thought that. But then Oda said, "Let me just pen this in here real quick. Hold on. Let me just write that and detail that on the page." I'm just saying, when Oda want to show us, he gonna show us.
Who won that fight between Jinbei and Ace?
Between Jinbei and Ace?
Yeah.
It was a tie.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
It was a tie.
All right.
So, all right, tell me this. The nigga that taught Sabo Fishman karate, I forget his name, but
he's food. He's food too.
I see you reaching. You're reaching now. Is he warlord level? Is he admiral level? If he's in the water,
I don't give him warlord level. He's not even a commander in the revs, man.
So Jinbei is the only one that's getting this super duper Super Saiyan strength in the water.
Listen. Get Hack. His name is Hack, the guy from the revs.
It is
Hack right. Past Aladdin.
Jinbei's supposed to be that guy amongst all the fishmen.
You underestimating Jimmy.
I don't want to dispute that.
Look, you're underestimating Jimmy, right? Let me show you something. Now, as far as you go to right-hand men, there are 2 right-hand. There's like 3 right-hand men that get like crazy hyped right now. And I'm gonna leave out Oden because Oden was Whitebeard's right-hand man before Marco became him, right? So you got Sabo. It literally just says Sabo has gained the same level of notoriety that Dragon has. He's reached the level that his predecessor is at. You get me? He's Flame Emperor. He don't gotta stand on what Dragon do. He can stand on his own, but it came through Dragon's means. But he stands on that, right? Same thing for Ben Beckman. In the statements, Ben Beckman is stated to have notoriety that rivals even Shanks. He is the moon to Shanks' son. But whether or not that statement is relying on power or talking about power is ambiguous. They said we're not too sure. That's literally what they say. But as far as notoriety, Sabo rivals Dragon. Ben Beckman also rivals Shanks, right? If you were to ask me who on Luffy's crew has notoriety that could match Luffy's or elite or even be in that conversation, it would be Jimmy. Literally. When we first got to Impel Down and we're doing this and that, and we're like, oh, they're hyping Jinbei up. Oh, Warlord of the Sea, Warlord of the Sea. Then we legit get by the water and we're like, oh, he's a force to be reckoned with if he's in the water. I'm like, oh, okay, word. That's Crocodile saying that. That's Crocodile. Remember that, Crocodile. Right? When Bonnie meets Luffy, she's like, yo, you're supposed to be a Yonko of the Sea? Wait, then again, he do got Jinbei with him. Oh, he do got the first son of the sea with him. I'm just saying, to me, that's the equal. That's the equivalence. Jinbei is the only person on Luffy's crew that has notoriety even on that level, or to be considered of that level. To the point where when Jinbei joins the crew, Kid and Law are like, they almost shit themselves. They're like, what? Him? He's joining the Straw Hats? We thought we was catching up. God damn it. Yo, Law, get your guy. Like, he really out here recruiting everybody. I'm telling you, Jimmy is him. Don't sleep on Jimmy. And look at the feat. Look at this feat, right? That was a warship, right? It took Luffy, Law, and Kid together to destroy that one warship.
It did.
Jinbei pulled up and destroyed one all by his goddamn self. I'm just saying. The feats are kind of there. You feel me? It's all about how you look at them when they're portrayed. That's all I'm saying. He don't gotta be equal in the. He could be the weakest of the Yonko. Cool, but he's Yonko level still. That's all I'm saying. When he's in the water, my son is a problem, bro.
Like Buggy type shit.
Nah, Buggy's never him. That's the only problem. Buggy's only him if you're like straight swordsman. You know what I mean?
You got something to say before I jump in?
Yeah, I'm ready for the sauce, man. Y'all got me here. I ain't start seasoning this chicken yet. You feel me?
For the record, I'm undecided in this debate.
Okay.
So I'm using the debate to kind of choose my side. And right now, Group has made some valid points. But I would say that, remember, the question is he on a Yonko level, right? We're not debating if he can beat this person, that person. Is he Yonko level?
So my response to that would be, anybody who's Yonko level can compete with this person, that person, or that person, because everybody else in that room can compete with everybody else in that room.
Now, he can compete if you put them in water.
So boom. So the first one.
I could add one more point. I could add one more point. So Whole Cake Island, they was leaving, right? A Yonko showed up to the battlefield at Whole Cake Island towards the end. And Jinbei was cool. Jinbei thought his men had it. He was like Aladdin and all them. It's just Oven. All them guys, they can hit Daifuku. Aladdin and them could take them. That's no problem. But when a Yonko showed up, that's when Jinbei said, hold up, Luffy. I'm gang. I'm big gang. Y'all done jump me in and everything. I'm gang for real. I don't ride for you. I spin blocks for you, all that. But a Yonko just showed up on my mans and them. Like, Foe and them just had big Yonko pull up on them. Just let me hang back. Let me just parlay with the Yonko. And I'm gonna meet you back in Wano. We good? I'm just saying, he only decided to stay because a Yonko showed up to the battlefield. And he literally if you ask me, he treated himself like a Yonko. Son said, listen, they're finished unless I stay. So Jinbei hopped in that water. Luffy said, Zoro, hold up, bro. Why Big Mom at Udon prison and shit? My nigga Jimmy ain't even pull up on us yet. Like, what's really good? What's really good with that? What did Jimmy do? Jimmy came up, he pulled up in fashion. He said, listen, let me take this shot. Let me put this shot glass right here for you right quick. Let me destroy these cannons right quick for you. You feel me? I'm just saying, Jinbei, he's acting like a Yonko. I stop talking now.
All right. So I'm gonna respond to the point you just made now. Then I'm gonna spin the block on the notoriety thing you were saying with him matching up to Luffy with notoriety. So one, we can talk about Cake Island. Because if what you're saying is true, and Jinbei is Yonko level when he's in the water, To me, that would mean it wouldn't be so much resistance or so much of a problem for him to hold back Big Mom from advancing, leaving Whole Cake Island, right? Because if he's Yonko level himself and he already has his platoon, his army, his niggas with him before she even get there, before she get there, we should be able to wipe these niggas out. Push that to the side. Big Mom's here now, right?
Yeah,
Jimbe's in the water. Big Mom's traveling through water. So now it should be mano y mano if they just on that level together.
right.
It came later. If Jimbe was really Yonko level at that moment when Big Mom is chasing after the Straw Hats, I don't think the ending of that arc goes that way. Like let's say Kaido is there and he says, Luffy, you go handle y'all go. I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna handle Big Mom. Does that does that like play out the same way as far as the duration of how long the fight lasted, as far as the casualties, or like because if he's Yonko, if he's really like measuring up with her, and
I'm
he
gonna
got
be
all
honest with you.
in the water, because everybody in the water is fishmen. So that means that we all stronger than these niggas who's we stronger than Oven, we stronger than a lot of the weak ass niggas that's
I
on Big
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say they're stronger than Oven. That's not what I would see. Okay, the point of them being fishmen is okay. You got to think when you fight with fishermen, you got to take how strong are they on land before you start giving them the imps in water. Jimbe scales as a Yonko commander on land. That's the issue here. So it's like Crocodile, right? Crocodile is lit on his own, but if you put him in the desert, he is supposed to be unbeatable. He literally is. He's supposed to be unbeatable, and he was. Luffy only survived due to plot armor. Nico, Robin, and all that shit. Like Luffy could have died twice due to Crocodile. Crocodile was Luffy's first real menacing opponent, for real, for real. You get what I'm saying? We get all we got right now going on in Whole Cake Island. Kaido, now you got to take characterization into context. Jimbe is kind of like Rayleigh when Rayleigh stops Marco and he's like, yo, I'm always serious, young man. It's kind of like Jimbe. He's always serious. Kaido's not a bloodlusted person unless he gets well into the fight. If I take Kaido off rip for what we get, he fought Big Mom before. It didn't go nowhere. It was a standstill, 3-day standstill. So if you were to ask me, does the situation go the same? I say, yeah. Kaido fights Big Mom for 3 days. Kaido's men, the Beast Pirates, get away. Then Kaido dips out later by himself and shows up to Onigashima, same way Jinbei did. Yeah, same way, literally the same way.
Now, when the fishmen were fighting, weren't they at ease? I mean, at odds for a week?
They probably were, but that means Big Mom was too. That's the only issue. Because even after Jinbei showed up, Jinbei said, "Yo, sorry for being late. We had a party to see me off." Sound like shit wasn't too serious. Niggas is partying and shit. I'm just saying that you only chilling like that when you got a Yonko to back you, bro.
So this is my stance on how Whole Cake Island ended, right? The fact that they had a party, that was something to itself. But I didn't see, because usually you only have a party when you win or if there's a victory.
Think about this. Now, to me, that's a W. Big Mom shows up and we escape without losing a fish man.
Okay.
All forces, all men accounted for.
Now you going where I was going.
Go to Wano, we partying.
You going where I was going. You think Big Mom is looking at that as a standstill, or you think she's looking at it like she won?
She didn't win. This is the thing, right? Because if I'm Big Mom and I did, it's a standstill. Because if I'm Big Mom, if I won, I'm showing up to Wano and I got Jinbei's head on a platter to show Straw Hat Luffy. Wasn't possible. He's Yonko level in the water. It's not possible.
So I would lean towards your direction if I felt like what happened at the end of Whole Cake Island was truly a fight or a battle. Because what truly happened was, Luffy, y'all get the fuck out of here. We're gonna hold off Big Mom as long as we can for y'all to escape, and then hopefully we'll be able to escape as well.
Yeah, what happened with that ending part, that was just an extended version of, you see when Big Mom pulled up on a Straw Hat ship in Whole Cake Island and Jinbei had to kind of do like he had to try and hold her off.
Okay.
Before he knocked her off the ship and all that. That's kind of just an extended version of that. Like this, to me, it's still the same job being done. I'm just stalling for time until my men are able to pull. We stall them. We know enough water tactics. Swim around in circles, create whirlpools, all that other shit. Do all of that until the Straw Hats have left. We've already held up the rear, and then we are able to now get away ourselves. And how we get away is you guys go while I hold off who I need to hold off. Him and Aladdin. You have Aladdin sitting there fighting Oven. You get what I'm saying? They're doing their thing. At first, when they showed it, it was really horrible because you had Oven using the tropical torment, burning their bodies in the water and stuff like that. Dope feat. But the only thing about it is when you got stuff like that going on is you have to look at why do things need to go that far? Big Mom's regular forces could not hold up with just a regular fisherman. And Jimbe was okay with that. But then when Big Mom started coming to the battlefield and we seen all that go, we saw all that stuff start taking place. Big Mom has it in her to just dominate that battlefield. She can just start taking fishermen's souls and all that. How do we not let that happen? We let the man that she tried to soul or whatever the hell is, did Jimbe. What did he say? He said, yo, I plan on being on the crew of the King of the Pirates. I can't be moved by no Mir Yonko. Like, chill out. You feel me? Like, you over here being, I don't know, Trey.
What's up?
Trey, you gotta talk to Coach, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why he trying to hold Jimmy like this. I don't get it.
I'm trying to hear him out, man, but it's like honestly, I'm very. If we go back to the question, is he Yonko level, right?
That means things. When we say the things we say have meaning to them. It means something if we say that.
If we go to the respect that he has,
We got that.
the shit that he's done,
the notoriety. Listen, the notoriety is there.
So I still don't think
his Big Mom.
I still don't think his notoriety is as high as Luffy's. But
it don't have to be. It don't have to be as high as Luffy's. It just needs to be relevant towards Luffy's. And it
okay,
is.
for sure,
definitely
sure.
It is because Ben Beckman ain't Shanks, but to me, Ben Beckman's his notoriety is relevant, bro. Same with Sabo. Sabo's the only one where it's kind of like outright, yo, this guy's just he's dragging. If you don't watch out, he's gonna be shitting on you next.
So let me ask you this.
So you still don't think Jimbe is Yonko level?
No, I don't. So let me ask you this. My nigga I do not.
What's goody?
Like wait,
Remember like somewhere around Admiral level?
Admiral.
Wait, who Admiral level?
He said Jimbe is Admiral level.
Well, Admiral is the level between Yonko and First Commander.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at that because we do have the Straw Hats facing off against Admiral's end of series. So technically, that's where they're supposed to be.
So he's not Yonko level.
Say it again.
He's not Yonko level. He's
but like no water. That he's just on like by himself on land. Yes, he's not Yonko level. I'm not giving him
in water.
Level.
Yeah, he's for sure Yonko level.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Listen. Don't. I'm standing on my statement. In the water, Jimbe scales to Yonko Commander level. But if you throw him in the water, it's up. Like he could literally go anywhere from there. He could scale. He might fuck around, be able to scale to a Gorsei. Who knows?
He say he's just a stronger admiral.
Okay, now I'm just talking shit.
I didn't even get.
Honestly, I ignored it.
Zone the fuck out for it.
It's the grease popping up in his head.
Definitely. All right, so this brings me to my next question. Because if we're saying he's Yonko level, these bring Yonko feet when we put that type of notoriety on a nigga's name.
In the water. In the water. And every time I say Yonko level, I'm especially talking about in the water. Because we all know very well outside the water, he's definitely not. No, I'm not giving him that feat outside of the water. No.
Cool. So inside the water.
Outside the water, he'll get that end of series. I do think end of series, Luffy's 4 top people are gonna be all strong as Yonko. That's where I think. I think end of series, Luffy's gonna stand above. He's gonna be Pirate King for sure. Because you got to think about this, right?
Okay.
You have to be the world's strongest swordsman. Is Mihawk not a Yonko without a force?
I think Mihawk is Yonko level right now.
Okay, now that's cool. So if Zoro is to surpass Mihawk, what does that mean for Zoro?
I think Zoro
Yonko level, right?
So look, every since the show started until Luffy got, let's say, somewhere around Gear 4 to Gear 5-ish, Luffy and Zoro have been like 1A, 1B. And it's been like stated Zoro could be a captain of his own fucking crew. Like
Yeah, they
he's
said that many times. Yeah.
Fact. So I have no discrepancies or no. I'm sure by the end of the show, Zoro will for sure be Yonko level, without question.
Right.
I can't speak the same for the other two out of the top four. You say,
But this is the thing. Watch this, right?
Yamato being one of those four.
Do you believe that Zoro and Sanji are always neck and neck?
I do, and that's the crazy
thing.
So
if Zoro gets there, why should Sanji be far behind if they're always neck and neck? You see how look that's easily how you get Sanji to Yonko. Watch this. If I could get Zoro to Yonko level, I could get Sanji to Yonko level because they literally move hand in hand.
They do,
right?
They do.
Jimbe is already someone who scaled above Zoro and Sanji before they even got to the level they're at now. So all we need to do is just get more feats from these characters that we have shown. Now, if Yamato joins the crew, she's already fighting admirals. We see her ready to go at Green Bull full throttle. So her being able to be Yonko level herself, she's going at it with her father, who is a Yonko. Her being Yonko level would not be out of the window. So if I were to say those are Luffy's top three people, top four people, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, Yamato, the four of them, I just showed you how we getting Zoro to Yonko level in the series. Sanji matches him. If Zoro's if we're scaling this 1 to 100 and Zoro ends up scaling at 95, that means Sanji's 94.5. So that means Sanji's up there right with him. Then you got Jinbei, who's already probably at that 95 that we're speculating because we don't know where Jinbei's actual power level is right now. And then for the fact that I could just throw him in a pond and it shit go crazy, he's already there.
You don't want to hear that. So listen to it. I think I'm 100% on board with you in how Oda usually structures his the trio. With Zoro and Sanji being the wings of the Pirate King. 110%. Usually they're always about even, except for the times they're not. And when I say that, I mean it's oftentimes they power up or level up in increments, right? So right now, I don't believe Sanji is as strong as Zoro.
You know it's crazy? You're one of the few people who think that because a lot of people right now think Sanji might be stronger than Zoro because of all the buffs and everything that he got. I think I'm a Zoro fan. I mean, I'm a Zoro and a Sanji fan, but I definitely think Zoro's strong. I think no matter where Sanji goes, he's going to be 0.5 behind Zoro. That's just what it is.
Yeah, it's close. It's not a huge gap, but after because Zoro just got some buffs too. Zoro just got some buffs, and I feel like when I take his buffs on the left side and I look at Sanji's on the right side, Sanji's are definitely, I don't want to say OP, but they up there. But Zoro just got some shit. Well, for one, Zoro has Conqueror's Haki. I feel like we can all agree that Sanji doesn't have Conqueror's Haki, or does anybody here think he does?
No, Sanji doesn't have it.
Zoro got it in Wano, and Kaido was like, "Oh shit, you got the Supreme King colors. Oh, you cut me that shit." So boom, Sanji doesn't have it. I think the durability enhancement is a huge deal.
That was Sanji's one and only problem for me, the durability. He was too far. Durability wise, every time you saw Sanji post time skip, his problem was a durability problem. The problem with Virgo, the leg started cracking. Durability. Problem with Doflamingo.
Right.
You weren't durable enough. Doflamingo stopped you with Parasite, did this, did that, and you were like, like that's literally your issue every time.
Facts. But
his brothers jumped him. He wasn't durable enough to handle it. That's just what it is.
Zoro just got Advanced Conqueror's Haki. He's got a brand new blade in Wano. And he's got something else. What was it? What else did he just do? Some live shit. I forgot what that third thing is. But just for shits and giggles, I'll throw in him defending that combo attack from Big Mom and Kaido. Because that's some shit that damn near nobody else on the rooftop could have done. So it's always going to be points and times in the show where they're off balance. Even though they're wings and they're somewhat equal, is always a somewhat small gap. So at the end of the show, it wouldn't surprise me if Zoro is Yonko level, Luffy is still is Yonko, Sanji not being there but being close. Yo, you still there? There you go. There. Yo, you can hear me?
Yo. Oh, there you go.
Wait,
Yo,
my fault. A phone call came in just now. It's my fault.
oh, you good? So yeah, I was saying at the end of the show, it wouldn't surprise me if Zoro was Yonko level, but Sanji wasn't, but was still somewhat near close. I do still believe that Yamato will be though, because I've already seen a boxing 1v1 with a Yonko.
Was Sanji's level is gonna be known. He's gonna defeat an admiral. So if not defeat an admiral, he's gonna get feats above an admiral. So he'll be able to beat an admiral. But if you're able to beat an admiral, what should you be called?
Shit, what was Akiji called for losing to Akainu?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean like if you're someone who's able to scale above an admiral, where do you scale?
So for me, I would say a stronger admiral. Now you beat a Yonko, then you Yonko level.
You can't say that though because Yonko levels vary.
In what way?
Like they vary. Like okay, let me ask:
Like
Do you
kind of
think all unless you think all Yonko are legit equal in strength?
That's not true.
I think that's super close.
Exactly. All Yonko are not. They're not equal. All Yonko are not.
What
Equal.
I was saying, I think they're
Buzzy.
super close.
They are super close. Same way with the admirals. They're all super close. But the strongest form of a marine would be an admiral or a fleet admiral. The strongest form of a pirate would be a Yonko or the pirate king. So these two things have to be very relevant towards each other. So if I'm able to beat an admiral, it should be questionable if I can beat a Yonko. It shouldn't just be, Yonko's beating him. No, I just beat an admiral. There's no way you're telling me a Yonko's just walking over the guy that just beat an admiral. Like this, it wouldn't be possible because these two factions are relevant when it comes to, like, no matter what you want to say about the agendas. I don't care what no one says. No admiral has legit gone all out at no point in time in this show has an admiral gone all out. Never has.
Do you think Kid can beat an admiral?
No. I think Kid put up he'd be able to go. He'd go high. He could probably go high diff with an admiral. He ain't beating no admiral though.
So then he's nowhere near Yonko
level. Huh?
I said so. Kid's nowhere near Yonko level.
Nah, he not.
Okay.
That was made clear when Shanks one-tapped his ass.
For sure.
Same thing for Law. Like people try to shit on Kid all the time, but I'd be like, yo, the same shit happened. Now, okay, watch this. If you take Kid and put him in Law's situation, and you take Law and put him in Kid's situation, why does Shanks not one shot Law? I'm confused.
Why does Shanks not one shot
Law? Law not using no future sight to see none of that shit coming that he got hit with. So if you're not, so this is how I see it, right? If you're not able to, like, I don't care about the power dynamic because the power dynamic's clear. They're Yonko. They're what you would call a Yonko candidate. That's why they have bounties of 3 billion. If we lose a Yonko now, we could look at one of them as candidates. But all of us knew that even if they had the same bounty as Luffy, they couldn't be Yonko. Why? They lacked. They were lacking. Law, you have the individual manpower, but you don't have the forces. And your crew isn't even that powerful either. Same thing goes for Kid. Kid had a bigger crew, but you don't have territories. You don't have forces. There's things that Luffy has that makes him Luffy. He 1v1 Kaido and finished him. Y'all barely rung out Big Mom, bro. Y'all, it's different energy. If I put Kid in Law situation, I think Kid has a great fight with Blackbeard, but the moment Blackbeard uses that other devil fruit, it's still over.
Going back.
Law can have all the shambles and amputation. All that is good. But when you're dealing with the man who sees the fucking future, none of it means a damn thing. So he loses. Law's gonna lose the same way. Law loses the same way Kid does. I say Law might get a better. He might get a better showing because Law's not as devastating as a fighter as Kid is. So Law's just not gonna start off the fight using puncture Willie. He's not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
So so Shanks' approach to it is gonna be a little different. Kid said, "Fuck that, damn punk off rip." His strongest move off rip. Shanks said, "Nah, if I let him get that off, we're having funerals till next week. I gotta end it now." And that's what he did. That's respectful to Kid. But that's just what it is. They're not Yonko. They're not Yonko. Sanji, if Sanji's able to end the series, Sanji's able to be, that's why Oda couldn't have Sanji doing nothing big to Kizaru here in Egghead, because it would have been too soon for him. He still got heights he has to climb. Same thing for Zoro. Zoro is known as a master swordsman. Did you know there's 3 ranks to the swordsman title? There's greatest, there's greatest master swordsman, there's great master swordsman, and then there's just master swordsman. Zoro's master swordsman. People like Fuji, Rayleigh, Shanks, Vista, those are all great master swordsmen. We need to see him get to those levels now. Zoro just was able to show us that he's capable of doing Mihawk type shit in Wano. Why? Zoro grabs a small little knife, goes bonkers on a bunch of people with it. But if we rewind to the beginning of the goddamn series, weren't you the same motherfucker getting wild on by a little pocket knife? Now you're doing what your teacher showed you. That makes sense. Right. Like master, like student. So now Zoro's getting that feat. I want to see what Zoro's looking like when he fights Shiryu. I want to see what Shiryu's about. I want to see if Mihawk gets to fight Fuji. We know Cross Guild is an agenda. The Marines need to attack Cross Guild at some point in time. So do we get a Fuji versus Mihawk confrontation? That's the only time Fuji's allowed to take an L, honestly, against Mihawk. Otherwise, he's not supposed to take no L's. That's just what it is. But I'm just saying, though. I know I said a lot.
Going back to Jimbe, you mentioned that, Yonko has the reason why Kid and Law aren't Yonko is because Law manpower, right? Mm-hmm. When Jimbe was the captain of his own ship and his fleet, he had manpower. He had the Fishman. Law, territories and stuff. I mean, not Law, but Kid, like territory and stuff like that. Now, I mean, he got the entire sea.
Jimmy didn't get to do all that though. That's the thing. Jimmy had to accept being in. He had to stay. Jimmy had to subjugate himself as a warlord for Arlong's sake.
Right.
Jinbei never got to actually be the crew member he wanted to be for Fishman Island, and he didn't have after Fisher Tiger. He no longer has the numbers. Because the Fishman pirates, they all kind of break up, go around their way doing their own thing. They got divided. The faction got divided where some of them followed Arlong and some of them stayed in Fishman Island. Like we didn't see Aladdin was with Fisher Tiger.
That's a minus towards his local young because if you don't have to, all that takes account in it, right? If you got the manpower, if you got the crew, if you got territory and stuff like that. If
he didn't have that though, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He didn't have that. That's what when Fisher Tiger dies, that splits the whole Sun Pirates in half. So whatever manpower he had, it got halved, bro. It got nerfed because Arlong went this way, Jinbei went that way. Arlong didn't fuck with Jinbei. Jinbei just didn't want someone of his own getting hurt or getting like whatever the case may be on behalf of the world government. So he said, you know what? Let Arlong out of prison. He could go do his thing. I'll take his spot. And they let him take his spot, and then they say, "Hey, if you don't want to be in prison, you have to work for us as a warlord." Jinbei's moving single-handed now? Jinbei's moving by himself,
right?
So he never got to move with the forces that can make him Yonko level. So for real, he never got to.
Argument at hand though, is he Yonko level or is he not?
He's not Yonko level. It's only in the water that he's Yonko level.
Only in the water.
Yeah, so, it's the same thing with look. This is the same thing with Zoro, right? Is Zoro stronger? How strong is Zoro? I can tell you Zoro probably has Yonko level AP attack power. Like he could probably do Zoro's attack power is stronger than he is. His attack power is way stronger than his defensive capabilities.
Okay.
I don't know. After that shit in Wano, that shit might be even. I don't know.
Nah. I promise you that was Jimbe was on Jimbe was on the defensive. That's just what it is. I mean, we could argue now that after what happened, I'm pretty sure if Jimbe attacked, if Jimbe went on the defense, or if he had King of Hell and did that, he probably would have been able to stop that attack. But think about this: in the games, you could take this with a grain of salt, but in the games, they said Mihawk is able to deflect any attack. It doesn't matter who gives it out. Mihawk is canonically able to defend himself against any attack in the series of One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what that tells me? There's a reason why Oda put in Stampede Zoro barely being able to slice a meteor in half, where Mihawk just one slight, just shing over. The attack that Zoro had to stall for 10 seconds, not even being able to perfectly defend against 2 Yonko, it's telling me that Yoru the Black Blade is slicing through that Yonko joint attack.
Okay, yeah.
And then to keep in mind, Jimbe is a tier. I'm not Jimbe. Mihawk is either a tier, if not 2 tiers. Well, you can say 2 tiers above Zoro. Zoro's a master swordsman. Mihawk is the greatest master swordsman.
Who do you think is stronger in their prime, Jimbe or Tigerfish?
Fisher Tiger for sure. I'm mad we didn't get no crazy flashback with Fisher Tiger. Like I personally think Fisher Tiger probably had conquerors. He probably had all that good shit.
He was probably competing with like the like.
I think Fisher Tiger was a boxer, bro. Like
So you think Fisher Tiger was also Yonko level in the water?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I think Fisher Tiger's having a clash. The same way Oden clashed with Whitebeard. Whether Oden lost the clash or not, I definitely think Fisher Tiger could clash with these niggas. There's no reason not. Like, you think about this. Think about this, right? Mm-hmm. Jimbe, as strong as he is right now, if anyone had to be stronger than Jimbe, wouldn't they just be Yonko level?
Right
now.
Now,
this is actually a really fair question. For as strong as Jimbe is, if there was somebody supposed to be over Jimbe on the Sun Pirates, wouldn't they just be able to do what Jimbe couldn't?
On the Sun Pirates.
It had to be because
I see what he's saying.
He's not finna let a scrub lead him, pretty much.
I'm saying Jimbe not following no randoms, bro.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
He's not finna just so.
Look, check this out. If you watch a fight with Who's Who, the moment for Who's Who was doing all them finger pistols, he's using spot on Jimbe. Notice when Jimbe turned on full body armor hockey, there was a flash of blue hockey. That was Fisher Tiger's face that popped up right there. Like, he manifested Fisher Tiger right there, bro. That's what Jimbe is doing now is probably something just like we see Shanks doing something Roger knew how to do, Divine Departure. What Jimbe did to Who's Who was something Fisher Tiger probably was training that nigga for. Who knows, man?
I can see that.
He probably wouldn't be on core level then on Fisher Tiger's crew, but now.
Yeah. He wasn't the him he is now on Fisher Tiger's crew. He definitely got stronger over the time. But I definitely think Fisher Tiger, he tears with them old gen niggas that just was strong like that. And I think Fisher Tiger, I think he was like that. People like to laugh at him because of how he died, but the way Fisher Tiger died, it wasn't like he was trying to more or less like fight back on some shit. He was trying to do something nice, and it ended up backfiring on him.
Right, for sure. So, do you think Jimbe is stronger today or in his past? At any point in his past,
stronger today. The generations always surpass. So there's a guy in my Discord server named Blue, and he likes to call people like Whitebeard and Roger. He likes to call them frauds because they didn't have to deal with a lot of the things that the newer gen pirates of today, like Yonko's, like Big Mom and Kaido.
How can you say we don't even know what everything that they had to deal with?
I agree with you, gang.
No, Blue be saying some wild shit sometimes. I'll be seeing them in the chat.
Like exactly. Like we don't know their full stories. We just got told what was supposed to be.
We don't even know everything that happened at God's Valley yet.
Listen, I'm with you, gang. I'm with you. Like, I done said this stuff a bunch of times.
I need to know.
Blue be wildin'. That's my man's though. But he be wildin'. You feel me?
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hearing everything you're saying.
You're not convinced. It's okay.
You bringing up admirable points. I think At one point, we're gonna have to get to the part of the discussion of when we put certain niggas in a certain class, we're gonna have to end up comparing those niggas to the class they're in. So, is there
Yeah, for sure.
anybody on that Yonko level or class that you think Jimbe inside of the water could defeat? Or if there's multiple, could you list them all?
We already said anybody with a devil fruit.
Okay, I want to ask a question, right? Because this is the reason why I asked you when I created the chat for us on Instagram. This is the reason why I started off asking everybody's top 5. Because for me, excluding the Gorsay, excluding the world government, excluding Holy Knights, and Emu, of course, we don't really know too much about what they have to offer, right? Same thing for Dragon. We don't know too much of what he has to offer, but we kind of have a mean run-of-the-mill sense of what we can do with Dragon because of who his father is and who his son is and the people that also were around him at the time of him being like a Navy officer and shit like that, right? My top 5 alive, I would say, is Dragon, no order, Dragon, Teach, Mihawk, Shanks, Akainu. Those 5 right there. Those would be my top 5, right?
Right.
Some people would probably replace 1 or 2 of those people with maybe Kuzan trade out.
I mean, we had a similar top 5.
Yeah, man, that's a current top 5 alive right now in the show.
Each other out.
This is my thing. This is my big thing now with it, right? This is my biggest thing with this whole shit, right? Because I'm with where everybody puts these people. It's just like what Luffy's doing in Egghead, what he just did to Kizaru, what we see him doing to Saturn, what he did to Lucci, all the stuff that Luffy's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Luffy right now is currently top 5 alive? And if you do think he's top 5 alive, out of those 5 names I said, who are you replacing with Luffy? Like, who would you take out of the top 5 alive that I named and put Luffy in there?
Say your 5 again.
I'm gonna take
Dragon, Teach, Dracula Mihawk, Shanks, Akainu.
I'm not mad at the Akainu pick. Me personally, I think he's stronger than Mihawk and Akainu right now, off Gear 5 alone.
Yeah, just Gear 5 and just put him on another level.
Okay, fair. Just wanted to see who he was taking out.
For sure. So now back to my spin on it. What Yonko is Jimbe beating if he's in the water? Because I can name some people I think he might even have some issues with. That's not.
I think he could beat Big Mom if he's in the water.
How come he didn't beat her last time in the water?
He had to get back to the ship.
Why? Yeah, I was just about to say that, Trey. Good point. I was about to say that. That wasn't his.
And then you went on a party.
The concern is that he has to make sure he does enough for Strides to get away. The first time, get back on the ship to sail away, and then the second time to make sure the fishermen get away. None of those times are a time when he is bloodlusted. He is blood. This is part of the reason why. This is part of the reason why I call Kaido a fraud, bro. Because you asked me, like, watch this. You asked me, oh, Kaido this, that, and third. Cool. If you replace those 5 niggas on the rooftop and we put 5 veteran pirates, not rookies. If I put a Vista up there, if I put a Ben Beckman, I'll take out Zoro, put a Ben Beckman up there. Mm-hmm. If I take Killer, put Vista. Take Ben Beckman, take Zoro, put Ben Beckman. Mm-hmm. Take you could have who I'm gonna replace Law with. Take Law out, put motherfucking Shiryu there. I'm just saying, there's characters you could throw in there to make this shit kind of a different conversation. Even if you have Kaido winning, I bet you Kaido starts sipping that liquor a lot sooner. He's gonna have to take that fight seriously a lot sooner. Kaido has to start off a fight bloodlusted. Kaido says he only takes a fight seriously. He's only acknowledged you as a serious combatant and takes the fight seriously when he drinks. So that means if Kaido has never drunk, I didn't see Kaido drinking I didn't know or find out that Kaido was drinking when he fought Big Mom. I'm just being real. You could say he was drunk from before Big Mom got there. Cool. He didn't drink during the fight, so he didn't. I never thought him and Big Mom had a serious battle. Simple.
It was a scuffle.
Huh?
It was a scuffle.
Yeah, it was out of respect. It was a scuffle out of respect.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was a scuffle. Like, oh,
Yeah, I'm making sure you.
Kaido
I'm
wasn't
making sure you that too.
Kaido wasn't bloodlusted. I feel like you have to be bloodlusted to have a. Not you have to be bloodlusted, but if you're not shown to have serious intent from the jump, then we're not. I'm not knowing where the fight's really gonna go. But I don't think if Kaido had the same challenge with, or like this, fuck that. Put the same worst Gen pirates on the roof, right? But let them use their awakenings. Like in the beginning, like Kaido's not. If Kaido doesn't drink, it's gonna be a problem. If Kid can use the sign and Dan Punk and Law gets punctured and Shock Willie and re-room and Luffy gets to just G5 shit, you don't even gotta give Luffy G5. Give him Conqueror's Coding only. We could save G5 for the 1v1. Give Zoro King of Hell. I'm just saying. I mean, Killer didn't get no power up with some whole shit, but if you gave all of those other fighters give them their full combatant capabilities and then put them against Kaido, I promise you the fight is different. Even if Kaido still wins, the fight is just gonna be different. You're gonna have him beaten up. When Zoro cuts him and says, "Damn, I wish I would have got you to at least fall,"
He did.
Kaido would have fell off his feet for sure.
All right, so I'm gonna throw out a list.
Taking Big Mom and Kaido that Jimbe and beat.
Say that.
You said Jimbe beat Big Mom and Kaido.
Whoa, Jimbe, what?
Jimbe beat Big Mom and Kaido.
No. I think Jimbe could beat Big Mom.
Could Jimbe beat Whitebeard if he's in the water?
No. But I don't have anybody beating Whitebeard. That's not fair.
Fair enough. Okay.
Blackbeard. So you can't beat Blackbeard then. You can't beat Blackbeard.
Nah, he could beat Blackbeard. Problem is Blackbeard.
Hey, now that's.
I'm being real. You gotta take the character. You gotta take the character into question, right? So, do you see Jimbe not being able to get Blackbeard in the water?
Nah, it's not gonna happen.
What? Law? If Van Augur wasn't there, Law would have had him in the water.
Oh well, yeah, okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You have to take every little character. It sounds crazy when I say it. I know it does. Trust me. That's what I'm known for, saying the crazy shit. But when you actually take into consideration the context behind each character, and then you put them into the character and into the scenario that I'm laying out for you, it's not that clear cut. There's always a lot. In a black and white world, there's always a shade of gray. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying watch this, right? Because it's like this, right? Even with old Garp. Can old Garp beat Akainu?
So I think Garp would have beat Akainu at Marineford, yes.
Why?
Because Sengoku had to pin that nigga down so he wouldn't kill him.
No. Why would old Garp be able to beat Sengoku?
Beat Akainu?
Yeah, why? Yeah,
because I think since the jump, it's always been stated that Garp was Fleet Admiral level and just didn't take the position out of the shit with the the people. So from the jump, he was already looked at as stronger than Akainu to me.
But why is Garp deemed to be Fleet Admiral level?
Because he went at it with Yonko level niggas like Whitebeard. King of the Pirates, Rocks.
You never went at it with Whitebeard. I don't know what statement you didn't read.
Okay, my bad. King of the Pirate, Rocks, Shiki.
Cool.
Rocks Pirates.
Cool, right? Okay, now watch this. In that fight, okay, I'm glad you brought up that fight with Shiki, because in that fight with Shiki, it was a 2v1. Shiki was able to severely injure Garp. Sengoku was clean. So why isn't Sengoku viewed as stronger than Garp? Garp just got height. Garp got that God Valley height. When we can't say nothing about Sengoku, he went at God Valley.
Hold on. Are we all in this chat right now saying that Sengoku is stronger than Garp?
We don't know.
No. I think Garp is stronger than Sengoku as well. I'm asking you, the context given, why does the fandom just take Garp and go to fucking heaven and party and hype him up to the end of the earth when Sengoku even before Garp intervened at Marineford, who was facing the Blackbeard Pirates single-handedly? Was it not Sengoku?
It was, but Garp Heart wasn't in it. He didn't face nobody except Luffy. And then what happened?
No, he did fight with Sengoku, the Blackbeard Pirates. He came in later on and backed up Sengoku, which was valid. Luffy wasn't around, Ace was dead, all that stuff was gone. He just had to stand on marine business with the Blackbeard Pirates. Facts.
Okay.
If I'm Garp, I'm gonna fight the Blackbeard Pirates too. Because if it wasn't for him bringing Ace here in the first place, this would have never happened. So I'm glad he did fight against them. But I'm just saying, with everything that they've given us for Garp and Sengoku, Garp gets the hype. We hype up Garp so much because we have little detail about Sengoku. But in all actuality, Sengoku could literally, when Roger said, "Yo, if y'all want to capture me," he didn't say just send Roger. He said send Roger or Sengoku. Right? Garp has conquerors. What does Sengoku legit have in his Viver card? It says that he also has conquerors. And he has a god devil fruit. Fuck the whole god part. He has a devil fruit. If you were to tell me what's going to be the end all of power in One Piece, I would say perfect infusion between your Haki and your devil fruit.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see surpassing Shanks? Luffy, because he has that same Conqueror's Haki and the devil fruit. You should give that same credit to Sengoku, but we don't. No one does.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't.
Why?
Sengoku has that amazing mythical devil fruit, right?
Yes.
He was awarded the title of Fleet Admiral.
Yes.
He wasn't awarded that title first. They didn't give it to him first and say, "You deserve this. You got all these accolades. You got all these buffs." They gave it to the nigga without a devil fruit and said, "No, you're that nigga. Please be the Fleet Admiral." They asked him several times, in fact, not just once. Several times, Garp, we want you.
No, but look, they asked him about they're asking him to be the Fleet Admiral because of the notoriety he gets for the people. What did we have in context Garp actually doing? It was God Valley. You can't discredit Sengoku for that. He didn't get an order to go there. Kong said, "Garp, I need you to go there." You could say that for sure, but we don't know if he did that because Sengoku was busy doing something else, or it's because maybe Garp is just him, but we don't know. We just assume that. We got told Garp is the hero marine, strongest marine alive because of what happened at God Valley. Then we learned that God Valley is mad mixy information. Shit was just propaganda. So technically, Garp ain't even all at him. The Navy's just hyping him up because he teamed up with Roger to fight against Rocks and all this other. I'm just saying, when the one piece of real evidence towards it is when Shiki went to Marineford to run niggas fades. He ran Garp. I saw Garp and Sengoku take off their Admiral jackets at the same time, threw them shits, and said, "Let's go." Mm-hmm. At the end of that fight, Garp got hospitalized, bro. Sengoku over there giving niggas orders like, "Yo, fix that up. Evacuate the people over there, clean up." He was good.
When you got
so if someone came to me and said, "Yo, I think Sengoku is stronger than Garp," I would doubt them because you know what? I just think Garp. I think for all the credit Oda's giving Garp, I think Garp is him. But if they had the evidence, if they got their ducks in a row, I can't be mad at the evidence they bring to the table. Sengoku might have really fucking been him, bro. Real talk.
Tell me this: if Garp had Sengoku's fruit and Sengoku had no fruit, do you think Sengoku would be the same level as Garp today, or would he be lower?
I don't know. It's a great question.
If Garp had Sengoku's fruit, do you think he'd be the same level, or would he be even stronger than he is?
Me personally, I always think if you had a devil fruit, you'll be stronger than what you already are now. That's just me. The only person that doesn't work for it would be Jimbe, because if he has a devil fruit, he literally cannot use water anymore. But if he has everything that he needs, then he should be able to do what he got to do.
I feel you.
Legit.
This was another name on the list I wanted to throw at you.
Okay, what's up?
If they're in the water and Jimbe's submerged in water, Jimbe has all this water around him.
Mm-hmm.
Does he beat Shiki?
Oh, Jimbe can beat Shiki?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not. But I don't know. No, I don't like scaling Shiki because we don't know about Shiki's actual capabilities. Like I don't know. Someone like Shiki definitely had to have Haki, but it's never confirmed in the Viver card or anywhere else that if he had Haki or not. On top of that, I believe Shiki was an awakened devil fruit user. I don't think he was just a regular devil fruit user. Like
But
if we look at it, Shiki had island, and then Shiki's devil fruit. I don't know if it's because it was just a movie or what, but Shiki could make water flow with his devil fruit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're definitely like a gravity type.
That's what I'm saying. But it shouldn't be able to do that. You know what I mean? But if it can, then maybe he does beat Jimbe still. But I think Shiki was one of the first Yonko out. Like in Ace novel, they had told you like when the pirate era, before the pirate era, the great pirate era started, the people that ran the seas, it was Shiki, Whitebeard, Roger, the three of them. They are the ones that ran the sea. Those three, they were just called great pirates.
Okay, and that's facts. So with those titles alone, and the company that Shiki's in, whether his fruit is awakened or not, we both know Jimbe not taking on Rogers. We know Jimbe not taking on Whitebeard. Why would Shiki be the one to stand out and be a maybe?
Because we don't know much about him yet. That's what I'm saying. We don't know much about him.
But we know those three ran the world or ran the seas. So I would look at them as somewhat close to even.
Valid.
So if that's the case, I can't put Jimbe near such high status of such.
I ain't mad at that though. If you don't got Jimbe over Shiki, I ain't mad at that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't even see how you get him into water.
Strong World does technically Strong World doesn't make sense because the attack that finished Shiki shouldn't have been able to finish Shiki. That's why I don't like scaling Shiki because that just don't make any sense. Why is a Gear 3 lightning kick able to put down someone who tears with Yonko? Though this is a later Shiki. You get me? I still think it should have took a little more than what we saw to come out. It should have took a little more than that. But to be fair on Shiki's behalf, if you rewatch the movie in Strong World, Luffy was losing that entire fight up until that last move. Shiki had that man on the ropes. Just wanted to throw that in there.
For sure. Anything else you want to say before you got to head out?
I'm gonna just put my conclusion on it. On this debate. Both of y'all made some valid points supporting you guys' case. But I believe Jimbe can't be.
Listen, if y'all don't got Jimbe up there, it's okay, man.
But he's really strong though. He's there.
He's really strong.
If we keep moving forward with the show, I like when you said like what he said about Zoro and Sanji, right? If we keep moving forward with the show, it's gonna be inevitable that he's gonna be Yonko. But right now,
why does everyone else get stronger, but we leave Jimbe being weak, or we leave him at his regular strength?
I'm saying as of right now, he's not.
Nah, fuck that shit.
He's going to be there.
I'll answer that shit. Fuck that. Do you think is there any point or any chance of Rayleigh getting stronger from where he's at?
Rayleigh?
Yeah.
No, that's because he's reached peak and he's old now. Jimbe's not old. Okay.
He's seasoned.
Jimbe's not old.
He's like 43, 45. There's only so much stronger he can get.
Katakuri is seasoned. Then what did Rayleigh? Okay, look.
Katakuri is how old is Katakuri?
He's older than Jimbe.
No.
Look it up. I'm telling you, look that shit up, gang.
Katakuri is older than Jimbe?
Gang, look it up, man.
That's crazy.
Just look it up. Look it up. Don't just go off what I'm saying. Look it up.
For sure.
You gotta look it up. They're both in their 40s. Even if they're not older, the point is they're both in their 40s. No breakfast. Breakfast tomorrow.
He's right. That nigga's 48 years old.
I'm telling you. And what did Rayleigh tell us? Rayleigh said if you're ever put in a fight and you're pushed to use your Haki, whether you win or you lose, if you're pushed to the extremes of using Haki, you will bloom. That's legit what he says. You will bloom. That's the whole thing about Katakuri. That's why I think Katakuri comes back stronger. Katakuri legit is literally stated that Katakuri is never faced with a challenge his whole life until he meets Luffy.
Right.
So whether he loses the fight with Luffy or wins, he's gonna get a Haki bloom. Same thing for Jimmy. Let me ask you a question.
Talk to me.
Hold on. Go sit down, buddy. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Jimbe could have defeated Jack? He fought Who's Who. To me, that was the low diff. I'm not gonna say no diff. I'm gonna say it's a low diff. He did make Jimbe bleed a little. I'm gonna call it a low. I'm gonna call it a low diff, not a no diff. A no diff is what Luffy did to Lucci.
I think Jimbe could have beat Jack. Yeah.
All right. Do you think Jimbe could have beat Queen?
Queen. In water or out of water?
Man, Trey, do you think he could have beat Queen?
Yeah, I give it to him.
Do you think he could have beat Jack?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, if you say he could beat Queen, he definitely beating Jack.
Yeah,
now, do you think he could have beat King?
I don't.
King is where I might have to push it. Like I might have to go to. It's
okay.
Like what's the context? Is he in? Because that Jack? No, I'm sorry, King. That's the dude Zoro fault, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
The nigga that flies. So it's like, yeah, you in the water, nigga, but I'm in the air.
Nah, that's why it's like that's why I say no, because I gotta draw a line a lot of places with Jimbe.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think Ace could beat King?
Fire Fist Ace?
Fire Fist Ace.
I think he could beat King, yeah.
I'm about to say, yeah, Ace is not losing to King. That's a fact.
Yeah, he's not losing to King. But it's like, it's the context though, right? Because it's like
No, Coke's got it right. Jimbe beats him in the water. Yes. King has too many things into his ability into his like his whole character and his ability that makes him more of a threat. On top of that, King has Yonko level durability. He stated, my durability is even greater than Kaido's. King said that out of his own mouth. And which is true, because Zoro couldn't cut King, but he cut Kaido.
it's true.
But do you see what I'm saying? Your right hand man usually has some type of hack to keep him a cut above the rest. Jimbe is, to me, Jimbe has a high diff fight with King. Like he loses high diff, if not extreme diff. But if you throw Jimbe in that water, I bet it's not even a question. Is it, Coach?
Either one of them.
Not even a question.
I'm just saying.
I think so. Boom, in the water. That's where I think it's mid diff or high diff. Win or lose.
You say in the water, you think is what?
It's mid diff or high diff.
Jimbe versus King, right?
Yeah. Win or lose.
Right? Look, yo, we on the same page, Coach.
Are we?
As far as that goes, we on the same page.
Okay.
Because I can't hype up Jimbe any more than I have because we need more feats.
Well, okay.
But for everything that we've got, with everything that's been shown to us, I think Jimbe could do above average. He's doing better than the cut. He's doing better than a lot of people, man. And I think Jimbe can beat King. I do think he has to be in the water. If he's outside the water, this is the only thing I would say. The only reason why he can't beat King is because I don't know how Jimbe's hacks work with King's hacks. Because King is a Lunarian, Jimbe still has the water hack over. There's water in your body, I can hurt you. And I don't know how that works for King.
Do you have King being Yonko level?
No, he just has Yonko level durability. That's it.
Okay. That's
literally it. And that's only because if you have Future Sight, then that Yonko level durability doesn't mean shit. That's why I keep telling people I think Kata could beat King. Future Sight is you think too highly of Future Sight? You're damn right.
No, I think Kata Curry beats King too.
Yeah, like you're damn right. If I can see the future, and then every time I look through the future, I see that your flame goes off and you get faster, but your durability when I hit you with your flame on, you're always good. So I'm just gonna say, let me just hit him with his flames off. Let's see how he reacts to that. The moment he gets hit with that shit, it's like, oh, if Katakuri gets him with the flame off, hit him with a buzz cut, it's over, bro.
I'm
shooting this video right now.
It's over.
But yeah, like I was saying, Jimbe.
I don't know where
Jimbe has Yonko level feats, but it's just like King. How you think I got this? Yeah.
Hold on, Mama.
Yonko level, yeah. But I think later on we go into the show, he will be that because I think shit. Well, okay, which leads to the next question. When y'all think he gonna reach that challenge, that real challenge that's gonna put him to that's gonna solidify him as that guy as a Yonko, like, okay, yeah, he Yonko level. This is the
Shit.
main one now.
I mean, it could be now.
I think it's the fights. I think it's the fights with the Gorsei, but it depends on if you believe the Straw Hats get to fight the Gorsei.
I feel like they should leave.
I don't think all.
No. I'm not talking about fight the Gorsei right now at Egghead. I mean, just
okay.
Do you think, period, end of series or before the end of series, final war, whenever it happens, do you think Revolutionary Commanders fight the Gorsei? Do you think Straw Hats fight the Gorsei? Because I think Sanji's gonna fight the godhead of agriculture. He's a young man. He got blonde hair like Sanji, look like Sanji uncle and shit. I think Sanji fights him because the agriculture means you're cooking, you're a cooker. So that means that's Sanji's fight. The guy's name is Nusso Joro and walks around with a Katetsu the first.
He's nice.
I think Zoro's fighting him.
I agree.
The guy that's the godhead of justice, the one that has the mustaches like this.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's supposed to be the godhead of like justice, like righteousness. I think that's Jinbei's fighter. That's I think he's Jinbei's combatant. Because he's the one that always wants to be righteous, the side that's right. He wants to be on the side that's being just. That's Jinbei's character.
That's very interesting. Before today, I've always looked at the Straw Hats fighting the Gorosei, but Jinbei never being a part of that fight. I looked at Luffy fighting a Gorosei member, Zoro, Sanji, Sabo, I don't know, and one other person. I never had Jinbei in the mix of that type of fight, though.
You never know. There's 5 of them.
There is.
I think Sabo's a part of it.
And I only say Sabo because it could be on some Sabo Dragons, just off of the revolutionary shit.
I think they handled the fleet. I think Sabo gonna get Akainu.
Yeah, he got to get that get back. He got to get that get back.
I think that's what I want to see. I want to see Sabo get Akainu.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna close it off so my nigga Trey can head back home soon. My final words. I think you brought out some great points. I think you made great cases for Jinbei. I think you bigged up them tough, super tough.
I'm gonna make an event out of this.
Should I'm with
That's
it.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna argue, find the character in One Piece and argue some shit. Like I got a whole segment for DreamCon, right?
Yeah.
Like if we end up doing it again, like how we did it last time, where it was like 8 of us outside just debating One Piece at night and shit. I'm just gonna do a whole segment called "He's Not Him." I'm gonna say, he's not him. And like, yo, who's not him? And then you name your character and tell me why he's not him, bro. Seriously.
I rock with it. Me personally, I'm gonna close out by saying I don't even think Jinbei can beat my nigga Aokiji. But hey.
Of course Jinbei can't beat Aokiji. What? Why would you say that? No, come on. Of course he can't beat Aokiji.
All right. Let me give some content. Because to me, Aokiji, who is very strong, super strong admiral, I don't necessarily have him admiral level exactly. I got him right below it, but I don't think he's.
What? You got Aokiji right below admiral level? You got to explain this to me.
I'm not. So look. I got Aokiji losing to Shanks.
It's fair.
I got Aokiji losing to the King of the Pirates, of course. I got him losing to Whitebeard. But it's a list, bro.
Those are fair people, though. That doesn't tell. Okay, watch.
These are the Yonkos.
Okay, watch this. Just because you can't beat none of the previous Yonko, don't mean you shouldn't be Yonko level.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my only thing. Just because you can't beat none of the previous Yonko doesn't mean that you shouldn't be Yonko level. You got to remember, even though they are the strengths between the Yonko vary, each Yonko has their own specific thing that they're kind of like really good at, right? Then on top of that, you got to take into consideration the statement that if any Yonko crew went against another Yonko crew, they would both, no matter who wins, they would both be depleted in resources so much that if a third party intervenes, neither one of the other two sides that just fought could do anything about it.
Okay.
Right? So I like to think that even for the fleet admiral level, like it's never said the fleet admiral is like the strongest of the admirals. That's not what it is. All admirals are relevant. The fleet admiral is just the one that runs it. That's all it is. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this is what I would say. If you were to tell me that Aokiji isn't admiral level no more for the fact that he lost the arm, he lost the leg. Nah, but that'll be it. He just lost the leg. He fought for 10 days.
He did.
Extreme diff. That means like Rayleigh says, whether you win or lose, if you're fighting extreme difficulty, you bloom. He's gonna get a hockey bloom. You get me? But he outclasses Jimbe. The reason why I say he outclasses Jimbe is like, what is Jimbe gonna do if he freezes all the water? That's just a hack towards Jimbe.
What's Jimbe gonna do? What's Jimbe gonna do against Akainu with lava everywhere? Like, yeah, these are hacks. But
say what you're saying. Say what you want. Jimbe stood strong defending Luffy against Akainu.
Because he made a promise to. I mean, he had a lot of help. Let's not say he did.
People talking about. Listen,
people talking
about Kuma, right? People talking about, why is Kuma's foot able to not be melted by Akainu's magma? Jimbe put his bare fucking hands on this magma. Whether you think he was using hockey and marine for it or not. Point is, Jimbe done shown that she can stand up to this motherfucker. Ain't none. And if he wasn't defending Luffy, he probably would have did better than he did. Just saying. Akainu was bloodlusted and still couldn't one-shot the fish. Just saying.
If we just saying shit, technically, Jimbe should be dead since Akainu's fireball shit went through his chest to get through Luffy's chest and leave that mark on him.
That's called resilience.
If we just saying shit.
That's called resilience.
I ain't mad at it. I don't.
Can't be mad. You can't be mad at Jimbe because Akainu don't know how to fry fish.
I'm not trying to disrespect my nigga Jimbe. I think he's super strong.
You already disrespected him with this whole segment.
I don't think just because you can't beat other Yonkos, that doesn't make you not Yonko level. But I do believe if I can name a multitude of people who aren't Yonko level that can take you out, that lowers your candidacy. Like, it's a lot of niggas that's not Yonko level that I feel like could fuck Jimbe up.
Give me 5.
Shit. I'm gonna
right?
In the water though?
In the water. All right, boom. In the water. I'm still taking Aokiji.
Look, stop. You just told Trey you got to bounce. Yeah,
I said that's not Yonko level.
Look, let's part to it. We could part to it another time.
I didn't see him that way. I said I had him under there.
You can't have Aokiji. You can't not have Aokiji there.
Why?
He's canceling out with Akainu. He's Yonko level.
Yeah, he's Yonko level.
Okay, fair enough.
He Yonko level, yeah. He Yonko level.
On water, man. It's Jesus shit, man.
I got Aokiji and Mihawk. Under the same pretext right now. They're Yonko without their own.
See, and this the thing, bro. This is the thing, bro. Wait, what you say before I say what you say?
I said Aokiji and Mihawk, they're both to me kind of the same. They're legit single. Individually, they have Yonko level strength. They just don't have everything else that comes with being a Yonko.
Fair.
They don't have a Yonko crew. They don't got Yonko territories. They don't got all that other shit. But individually, they both stand up. They both suited. Croco could actually be in that conversation too. But play it safe, I'm gonna leave him out of that conversation.
So the reason I say I don't have, and this is just off of what I've seen so far. I could be wrong. And then this is the thing about it. I could be wrong about everything I'm saying. If so, I can't wait to see it. I have no issue with being wrong with every word I've uttered this whole episode. And if I am, I'll apologize when the evidence comes out. But so far, from what I've seen, I don't have a Aokiji Yonko level, right? Now, we can bring up the Akainu comparison. That's cool. They fought for 10 days. Immaculate. Can't wait to see that fight animated. It better be. But the one time I did see a Yonko actually throw hands with Akainu, I think we was getting his ass whooped. When another Yonko pulled up and Shanks said, "Hey, let's scrap," Akainu didn't want no smoke either. So clearly,
no, wrong. That's wrong. That's cap. That's cap.
I mean, that's true too.
That's cap. He did still want
everybody here. No
he
survivors.
did still want smoke. Sengoku, what's it called? Akinu still wanted smoke with Shanks. Sengoku, who trumps him with hierarchy, he told him you have to stand down. But Akinu still wanted to take it there, even though he would have still lost. He wanted to take it there. There's only 2 admirals that have shown me that they would still take it there with Shanks, despite all the shit that Shanks is doing, and that's Fuji and Akinu. That's it.
Fair. We're gonna end it there. Let us know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Shout out again to my nigga Anime Goo. Follow all his
yes, sir.
He know what he talking about. If y'all got,
I think I do.
If y'all got some smoke from what he's saying, put it in the comment section below as well. Till next time, peace. We just
yes, sir.